Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to talk about the best small eyeshadow palettes because there's nothing more in this life that I love than like a little 5-pan or like small eyeshadow palettes.
They do it.
They do it for me. I can actually justify buying them, you know, it's really great for my makeup goblin. But I still love my big ones. But of course we're just going to go over our favorites. If you're interested, then just keep on watching.
I do want to say this, our 25 days of eyeshadows might start to feel a little bit repetitive. We probably should have broadened it to just 25 days of posting.
Filming.
Yeah, because we're kind of known for our skin makeup, I feel. So we have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but we only have so many that we can put in like the best category. So
yeah,
if these are a little repetitive, my apologies. You're just gonna have to bear with us here. We'll have some more fun content coming as well. It's just, you know, we're getting videos out as we can. But first I want to mention two different Kaja stacks. We own 3, but these 2 are my favorite. This one is the Rosewater stack. This one is my all-time favorite. And then this one has mattes. This one is the Chocolate Dahlia stack. This one they did send us in PR, and this one we bought. But this one just has a little shimmer at the top and then 2 matte browns. One is more of a light tone and one is more of a mid-tone, even though the bottom one's supposed to be a deep tone. It's more of a mid-tone, I feel.
Yeah.
And it's a little more cool tone, but not quite. It's more neutral, actually, not cool or warm. It's really nice. And then this one is all shimmers. You've heard us rave about this like how many trillion times. But yeah, those are awesome. I cannot recommend the Kaja stacks enough.
But you know, with the chocolate one, if you get put in a bad makeup Reddit thread, they're gonna tell you it looks nutty, even though it's a brown eyeshadow. Oh my gosh,
I've never laughed so hard in my life.
Yeah, like, I found somebody commented on one of our Instagram posts, oh my god, your makeup sucks. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw you on a bad
anyways.
Yeah,
makeup
Reddit thread. So of course I had to go find it. So I looked it up, and people were like, I hate her powdery eyebrows. I use brow gel. And they're like, I hate that muddy eyeshadow. It's a brown. What am I supposed to do with this information? I hate her, like the way she does her lips. I'm wearing a gloss. I wasn't wearing lip liner. I can see, you know, the clown lips being a problem. It was a whole thing. I was laughing so hard.
So funny.
It was comedy. Please continue posting me in there because it brings me great joy. Great joy. Anyway, these are 2, newer products. These are the little Nabla Glitter Lights palettes. These are stunning. I love the packaging.
They're so good.
The packaging is like so sleek and gorgeous, except for the fact that, you know, now that we've used it, there's like glitter in the packaging, which is kind of irritating, but they're so pretty. I do prefer the Miami Lights more than the Ruby Lights, which is the darker of the 2. The Miami Lights I feel has a little bit smoother glitter in it, and these are a lot like chunkier.
And a little more repetitive as far as tones go.
Yeah, they're not as like unique in my opinion, but these, like, I don't have a bunch of shades like this, which I like. But I know they're glitters, not eyeshadows, but they are glitter eyeshadows.
They have a little to absolutely no fallout, which is awesome, even without a glitter glue.
Yeah, and I will say they kind of crease on me. I've got to play around with, you know, what I was using under them or whatever. But I did notice these crease on me a little bit, which is pretty normal for a pressed glitter on my eyeballs. But if that's something that drives you nuts, I would recommend being careful.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily even need a glitter glue with these. I use one normally because that's how I use glitter, but I don't even think you need one with these. They're pretty fire, and I just love pressed glitters.
They're really beautiful.
I
much prefer them to loose glitters because we can put it within our eyeshadows and it's not a big old mess. And yeah, they're really, really stunning. They add so much fun like texture to looks. It's great. Next, I wouldn't call this a favorite of mine, so it's kind of cheating. This is just a good option if you're looking for a small palette. The ones from e.l.f. are really good, the bite-sized palettes. My personal favorite is the Rosewater. I feel like the metallics in here are better. They're very similar in tone to the Rosewater stack. I normally combine these when I use it. It's just really, really beautiful. I feel like this is a nice deep tone. I love how it's like mauvey cool tone pinks. I feel like that's kind of unique, or unique to us anyway. I just think it's really stunning. I really like the Carnival Candy one as well. That one I like a lot.
It's got a dupe to Pukey in it from
yeah,
the original.
The matte brown in there
palette
is really gorgeous. But yeah, my favorite is Rose Water, but obviously whatever color story calls to you is probably going to be the best. But these are really good for $3.
Oh yeah. This is a newer palette, and I'm wearing it on my eyes today. Vic picked it up in an Ulta order with her points.
I'm so glad I bought this, guys.
This is the, what is it? The Dose of Colors Smoky something? Smoky Soiree palette. Looks like this. In the online pictures, it looks a lot darker than it is in person.
And it looks like this shade right here looks more like a berry than it is a warm, deep brown.
Yeah.
Burgundy.
But let me tell you, alright, this shimmer right here, this light one, it looks so lackluster in the pan. It looks so lackluster when you swatch it. You put it on your eyes.
Oh my god.
I'm wearing these today.
Such fine shimmer in them. It just makes your eyelids just glisten. It's not highly textured.
Diamond Bomb.
It's not chunky. Yeah, it's like Fenty Diamond Bomb almost, but just so like mature and effortless and gorgeous and sheer and oh, it's so pretty. And the mattes are really rich and punchy.
Yeah, the mattes look lighter in the pan than they act on the eyes. I put the dark brown on my eyes today, and I was like, whoa. That's not what I expected. That's a lot darker than I thought.
So beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Love her. And this is the Kaleidos Sashimi City palette. You've heard us talk about this a few times now in this series. I used this again yesterday. It's just so beautiful. Like, the shimmers in here are just divine. I think they did the greatest, like, I mean, I wish there was a different matte brown here. I stand by that. I wish it was deep burgundy or something like that. But I love that you get like this light peachy tone or this like more yellowy mustardy kind of shade. I feel like they just go so well together. It's so pretty. Really, any of the small palettes.
Yeah, I was gonna say any of the 5 pins are fantastic.
But I actually like this one the most, which is funny because watching reviews on this, when they told us we were gonna get a PR package, we were like, whoa! And so obviously I started watching review after review after review after review because I was so excited. And this whole collection, whatever this was called, had the least good reviews out of all the other Kaleidos things, but this is actually my favorite. I love the quality on these.
No surprise. Again, this is the Pat McGrath Nocturnal Nirvana quad from last year's holiday collection.
I think it is still available.
It is still available. They also have the neutral one available, which I haven't tried, but I want to get my paws on it very badly. Divine. There's nothing more I can say. I mean, just look at the material. Look at the material, the color story.
I love that you can create a whole look out of this quad, or you can use it as a companion palette.
I just like the idea of these like all shimmer quads that she did. I wish she would continue doing them just in only the very special shades, because that's the reason I buy Pat McGrath palettes, is for those super glittery, yummy special shades. I'd say 2 out of 4 of these are special. Like these, the green and the blue are like more special shades, more unique.
But they don't have that glitter. Like
they're not like super textured. Shades. Yeah, but they're kind of like the red in the Brown Seduction, kind of like that one, except for like fun colors, not like
with like a flip to them.
Yeah, the purple's still really good. It's just more, you can use it in the crease. It's not super textured. And then I could not tell you anything about this yellow gold.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 we use.
Yeah, but we've got, you know, some good dents in here. And this is one of those Pat McGrath palettes that I actually would like consider, like, you know, maybe trying to pan, or like, you know, I wouldn't feel so bad using it up. I do wish they were like Natasha and depotable, because if I could depot her other shades and put them in
you
a
probably
quad,
can depot them. Oh, we can't rearrange them. We can probably depot them, but not rearrange
like we were able to like rearrange them and take some of like the Brown Seduction and the Midnight Sun and put them in
curate our own little custom quad of special shades. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And we have 2 more here. This is the Nabla Cutie palette in Wild Berry.
She just did a tutorial with it recently.
I did a tutorial, I'll link it. This is beautiful. It really is really nice. Rachel did tell me yesterday that she had issues with Blackberry when layering it. It wasn't as opaque, and then it was a little more powdery in formula.
I find it's just a very thin matte, which some people really like. I personally don't. I like something that, like, when you swatch it, it feels thick and creamy. Like Natasha mattes. Something like that, because I find they don't get as patchy, and they have a little bit longer lasting power for me, and they're just deeper. They're punchier, you know?
Yeah. So the formula in this, it's kind of funny. I really like this. more for the color story than the formula. I don't think the formula is bad by any stretch. I had a great experience with it. It's not Natasha Denona mattes, that kind of thing. And the shimmers aren't, pardon me, they're more thin in texture.
They're
sort of like
very pretty, but thin.
They are still very sparkly, very textured on the eyes. I just think it's gorgeous. I think like a curated color story like this, it's just so easy to throw on a gorgeous look. And the more I do, or the more I realize, I guess, my makeup preferences, I realize that I don't love a structured look anymore. Like I used to want to do all like crazy cut creases and all this fun, because that's what everybody I was following on Instagram did, and I knew like that's what it took to be successful in the makeup community. And then I just kind of started
watching Lauren Mae Beauty
more and more, and I just realized that's not my style. And sometimes I like to do a fun look like that, like once every month or two, but it's not something I'm particularly fond of.
It's not how you feel like beautiful. You know, you want to put on makeup to feel pretty most of the time. I mean, there's obviously creative makeup and stuff, but most of the time you put on makeup and your goal is to feel pretty.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I have makeup skill, but it's not to that level. I feel like I have just an eye for color combinations and textures and color placement and stuff like that, but not necessarily graphic liner or really intense cut creases.
Yeah.
I like a half cut crease with blown out shimmer everywhere. We were just talking about this yesterday. I don't do anything other than deep on the outer corner, mid to light tones on the inner parts of my lid. That's just what I like, and that's okay. I've come to realize there's a market for that. And small color stories like this, I find, are just really easy to do that with. You have less room for error, I guess, in your color combinations and placement. And if you're sort of a beginner, I think a palette like this would be even better for you, or maybe the e.l.f. bite-size ones. But these have a little more fun to the shimmer shades in them, and the colors are a little more punchy and fun. So I tend to like this kind of thing for those.
And I think cranberry's a little, for new like makeup lovers, somebody that's like trying to dip their toes into color, cranberry is better than like,
it's like
easier than a
color.
green or a blue. Like it's very
modern Renaissance.
Yeah.
Like modern Renaissance, I feel really kicked off the hype on cranberry eyeshadow, and for that reason I feel like it's known as a little more of a wearable pink. I don't know, maybe I'm making that up, but yeah, all that to say, I think that's a good option. Speaking of cranberry,
Natasha Denona cranberry palette. We have talked your ear off about this holiday season.
Maybe we should do it. Let us know if you want a tutorial with it or something.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing that with like the gold palette soon.
I'm wearing it today
because we rave about it all the time, and a lot of the palettes we rave about, we don't really have any updated tutorials on. We might have like first impressions, but we don't have a lot of updated tutorials. So, but this one is just foolproof. It's one of those palettes that no matter what combos I put on, I'm gonna look good, I'm gonna feel good.
No matter how you apply them even.
Yeah,
I've applied the mattes with my finger.
They're just
no issue because it's not creative powder, yeah.
They're so gorgeous, they layer beautifully. This deepest matte, I will say, it's not as deep in the pan on the eyes.
You have to layer
it a lot
to get that.
But overall, this is just such a fun palette, and the shades are unique enough that it does make it worth like the $45 for this little tiny palette.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of product in here. So we have these big pans, don't let that fool you. There's a shit ton of product in Natasha Denona shadows. It's like double the size of regular eyeshadows. So for us, that doesn't matter too much just because we don't go through eyeshadow like that. We do when we pan, obviously, but we don't use up eyeshadow palettes, you know, every year or whatever.
I am considering this one for a pan that palette next year.
Yeah, it'd be fun to pan something like this out. And the fun thing is that you can pop these shades out and add other Natasha shades in here, so we can create our own custom palette. We've done that before. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about this palette. I wish I would use it more. Right now I'm in a weird makeup place. I don't know how to explain it. And part of it has to do with my hair, because I very much regret bleaching it.
I think it looks nice, even though it's yellow. I think yellow looks
I can't get this to tone. I did a bleach wash yesterday because I had that really orangey tone blonde, and normally when I strip my hair, I go platinum. There has literally, in the last 2 years, I don't think ever been a time that I was not platinum fucking blonde after I stripped my hair color.
Because L'Oreal Quick Blue doesn't mess around.
Yeah, and I got a different bleach. So I damaged the fuck out of my hair for yellow. Ugh, horrifying. And then I used a toner yesterday, and it did something, but it didn't do like enough. So I'm considering dyeing over it. I might like maybe dilute a blue dye that I have to see if it'll do like a light blue like you have to see if I can get it silvery. I'm scared it might turn green. So we'll find out. But I think that's why my makeup is feeling so odd lately, because I don't look and feel like my best self, you know what I mean?
I understand, but I promise you look pretty with the yellow, with the brassy ass hair. Your face makes up for it. Well, I think that's all we have for you in this video. We went off there as
per usual.
I feel like we were just talking about this with once we got Raisin, he's been kind of like our depression cat, like a therapy cat almost.
Yeah.
Just because it's like you get the benefit of like that infant newborn kind of feeling without the stress of it, besides the fact that he wakes me up sometimes to eat and pee and stuff like that, but you have less of that, like I was saying, like that bad mom
and
kind of
it's just as expensive
feeling.
as going to the hospital and pushing out a baby.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, you know, win for win.
Yeah, we'll probably do some videos with him in the future when we're done with 25 Days of Eyeshadow, because he's really just an angel. He's sleeping on my lap right now. He's just so sweet and snuggly, and he's kind of warming up, so he's like running around more.
And he's amazing with Charlotte.
Oh, he's so good. Like, she keeps picking him up, and she is not gentle with this cat. We stop her when we can, but sometimes our back is turned and she picks up the cat, not by his neck or anything, but he is clearly uncomfortable, and he's just like,
he just lets her do it. He doesn't try to bite her, doesn't try to scratch her. When he plays with her, he is very careful with her. Like, he's just very good to have, or like we don't have to worry about him ever.
Yeah, so he's just an angel, and I love him so much, and I hope to do lots of content in the future with him. I don't know how you guys feel about vlogs. I need to watch them because I don't understand the love for them, but it seems like vlog content is really in, and I don't know what I don't leave the house.
Yeah, we keep talking about maybe doing vlogging, like cooking or whatever. I mean, we could try and do a video with the HelloFresh meal that we just got or whatever, because I started that subscription that we get it once a month with 2 meals, just because it's kind of expensive, and although it's cheaper than going to the grocery store and buying everything for a full meal, it's still more expensive than what we would be doing otherwise.
Yeah, so pasta.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So it's not the most. I like it. I definitely like it. I think it's a fun way to introduce new foods into our house without overwhelming myself with picking recipes and stuff. So that's a really nice benefit of it. But
yeah, we'll see what we can do for content. Right now, we're just trying to figure out more eyeshadow stuff. We'll probably just film a few more tutorials. I know we're getting a little bit closer to the end of December, so if you guys have any video ideas, drop them below. Any eyeshadow related video ideas. We can definitely do more tutorials, more swatch parties, but the swatch party didn't do that well, and I didn't really love filming it very much. It wasn't my favorite thing ever, so we'll probably do, you know, more of our favorite, you know, pink shadows or something like that. But
yeah,
we're just in this limbo status, and there's more to me than eyeshadow. Okay, I'm sick and fucking tired of talking about it. I'm sick and tired of this.
Yeah, we know.
Sorry for the rant as always. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.